Hey, Aaron B, pondmarket.com. We're going to show you today how easy it is to patch a pond liner when you get a hole in it. Now we're redoing our pond totally. Alright, we've dug this out. We had some shrubs planted in this hole here, in these holes. We got to patch them now because our water's going to come up over here. We don't want it leaking out, obviously. Now these are some pretty big holes. A lot of folks might say I need to buy a new liner, and if you want to, and you want to buy it from me, I'm not going to stop you, of course, but you can patch the hole. It is easy to do. The first thing you need is fish safe silicone, which we've got here. You can get this stuff in a tube that works with a caulk gun, or you can get a squeeze tube that just simply works. You squeeze it out, it comes out nice and easy. Alright? The first thing you want to do when you're going to patch a hole in this liner is clean it. And you can see we've removed all the dirt from around the area. Then you're going to need some patch material. There's a few different patch materials out on the market. There's what they call a tape patch, and then there's actually just pieces of liner you can use for a patch. And that's what we're going to do. We've got a couple pieces of small liner here that we're going to use to patch this hole. Now obviously this patch is a lot bigger than this hole. We're going to patch it first and then trim the patch down after it's held. So first thing we're going to do is liberally apply this silicone around the hole. We're going to go, you want to go about a 1-inch bead all the way around. You just squeeze it out. You want to go, you know, about a 1/2 inch out from the hole and go all the way around. Make sure you get a good thick bead because water always takes the path of least resistance. So you want to make sure that you got a good thick liberal line. And I don't know, Dave, if you can zoom in on this and zoom in on how thick we're going here, just so they can see how much silicone you need to use. And I'm never, you know, with me, I don't want to do it twice, so I'm going to make sure I go around this hole pretty good here. Go all the way around, make sure you got a good thick bead. We got a little weak spot there. Alright, now we're going to depress our gun there so silicone doesn't keep coming out. Wipe that goo off. Now we're going to take our patch, and it's a good idea too to wipe these patches down with maybe a little bit of alcohol after you've cleaned them. We're simply going to take this, we're going to lay it down over there just like so, and then we're going to mash it in. We're going to work that around to make sure what we want to do is kind of flatten it out, so we make sure that the liner and the patch, there's no air in between them. And we want that silicone to spread out so it's a good thick area, because those beads you lay down, once you apply pressure, that silicone's going to spread out, and that's what we want. Alright, so we're just going to work that in around the area. Now if we pull this back, and this is going to be tough for you, Dave, but I know you can do it. If you can zoom in right here, you can see the silicone coming through, and that's what you want. You want that silicone coming through so you can see it on the back side. We're going to lay that back over and just work that around. Now we're going to let this dry 24 hours. And once it's dry, we're going to trim that around. And we might even lay another bead of silicone. We'll have to see. Now if you come over here, this is where our old skimmer was. And we had a good 6-inch hole cut in there, plus about 15 screw holes from where the faceplate was. So we did the same thing. When we cut a patch, and you can see this is the overhang, but we're good and sealed all the way around. See that bond there? Can you zoom in on that, Dave? That's what that bond will do, and that's what you want all the way around. You can't pull that off. It's good and solid. It's all the way around. We're going to cut this excess off. Johnny, hand me a razor knife there, buddy. And let's go ahead and show them how to trim that excess. Just take a standard razor knife. And what you want to do, you want to make sure you don't cut into your seal. So we're going to start, because you can always cut twice. We're going to get rid of a bulk of it here. Get rid of that. And then our seal is good all the way across. And I think I'm just going to cut some of this, and you always want to push the knife in, and then once you get it in there and get a line going, it'll just cut right across. We want to get rid of that overhang. Just like so. Push it in, bring it down. Just like that. And that's going to be covered with stone, so we're going to leave it. Throw away our discolor, or our old liner. So as you can see, patching the holes nice and easy. We're going to let that cure. We're going to do our other holes the same way. We'll come back after it's all dry, show you what it looks like. We've got our waterfall foamed in, which you've seen in the previous video, how we foamed it. And you can see how it's all bubbled out. Looks pretty horrible. Next video, we're going to show you how to trim that up and make it look like you'd never even know it's there. Stay tuned. Have a great day.